It's home of America's Mattress, the CSRA's #1 mattress store for over 20 years. That's right. Get your mattresses today at Just Beds. Good afternoon. How y'all doing, America? This is The Prophet. And you know what The Prophet says. The Prophet goes. And I'm here to tell y'all about a good deal from Xfinity.com. That's right, from Xfinity. $29.95 per month for Xfinity Internet with speeds up to 3 megabytes per second. Wow! That is amazing. That's fast. That's blazing fast, as a matter of fact. Fastest available internet service? Yes. Check. Satellite? No. Wow? No. Time Warner? No. 8 times faster in-home Wi-Fi speeds? Yes. Check. Wow? No. Time Warner? No. Satellite? No. How about millions of Wi-Fi hotspots available throughout the world? No. Check for Xfinity. Most on-demand TV shows and movies are on your own mobile devices? Check. That's right. Most live sports on TV? Check. Who do you want to go to? Who do you want to check out? That's right. Xfinity.com, guys. Go to Xfinity.com today and get signed up for X1 and get that internet service at $29.95 a month. 1-855-418-4775. You heard me. 1-855-418-4775. There's no term contract required and no early termination fee.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Show.
Alright guys, I'm welcome you back to the FightServ Boxing the MMA show with KCProfir and the Professor on the line. Live and in person. Here we are. You can hear us live at www.spreaker.com/user/Christopher_Henderson. Also, you can hear us live on iHeartRadio. You can hear us live on 5:20 a.m. in Augusta, 16:30 a.m. You can hear us live across many different venues. I see we're picking up a lot of our listeners right now live from the UK. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate it. We didn't mean to say nothing bad about Billy Joe Saunders. I think he's ducking Triple G, but so on and so forth. I don't blame him. I'd get his ass out. I wouldn't fight him either. What I'm moved by that is when Darnell Boone tells me that man's the truth, that man's the truth. Because he's been there with the best in the world. You know what I mean, Professor?
Oh, absolutely.
He told me that night, when he told us when we interviewed him, he told us that he showed half of what he's capable of. I was like, oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? You know? This has got to be a joke, right? That was my thought in the top of my head. I didn't say it out loud.
The thing that you already knew that maybe it wasn't a joke because GGG showed something against David and knew that most people who didn't know about his amateur record didn't think he had. Nobody thought that fight would go play out that way.
I did.
You thought that he would dominate and hardly ever be touched.
You damn right I did. I called it early on. I called it.
Okay, yeah.
And you actually gave me credit for it and said you were right about it in one of the Facebook groups.
Well then, don't be surprised that he hasn't showed everything he has.
Exactly. I'm not surprised. My thought was not surprised as much as, oh my goodness, are people in trouble or what? You know?
I saw a video of GGG showing a couple other boxers how to do just simple looking things like the slight little move you totally turn your opponent. But he's really pretty heavily into technique, this idea that he's a heavy puncher and cold and doesn't have technique. That's absolute nonsense. To an extent, it's nonsense about any KO puncher. You cannot knock out professional boxers consistently by just having a heavy punch.
Exactly. I just got some live news from ESPN, guys. Here it is, and this is something irrelevant to boxing, but Tyronn Lue has been promoted to head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The reason I announced that is the fact that I'm going up there to cover the Cavaliers, and you will hear me interviewing LeBron James quite a bit, guys like that, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, stuff like that. I'm up there to do a morning show. Then we also got the FightServ Boxing MMA show one night a week there and 3 nights a week on Sirius XM. The back-to-back, I think on Wednesday night, you'll be able to hear them back-to-back. They're live together. So whichever one you want to tune in on, ESPN Radio, which is 100.9 in Marietta and Cleveland. It's called WJAW The Jaw. And also in Pittsburgh, it's the same. I will be following the Steelers, the Penguins, although I'm not a hockey fan, I ain't gonna lie. All I know about hockey is Wayne Gretzky. Mario Lemieux, Sidney Crosby, guys like that, Alexander Ovechkin. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I cover some boxing, some golf. It comes up.
I point something out to our listeners.
Yeah,
when the prophet says he's not going to lie, what he means is he thought about telling a lie and decided to come clean.
That's good. I like that. I've thought about it for a minute. Now, I was a Cavaliers fan a long time ago. And I'll tell you why I was. Because Mark Price is from Georgia. You know what I mean? And that's what made me a Cavaliers fan a long time ago. And once I knew that, once I found that out, that's back when remember they had Craig Elo and that bunch? Huh?
Yes.
And Ron Harper was the guard and stuff like that, although he went on to Chicago later on. I was a big fan of the Cavaliers. Now, actually, they were my favorite team. And they have remained my favorite team over the years. I got pissed off at LeBron, I'm not going to lie, when he left and went to Miami. And I'm not going to say he's ever been my favorite player. But I will say he's been my, I was pulling for him hard. I got pissed off when he went to Miami and said, don't ever come back, SOB. That's my fault. Stay your ass gone. Keep your ass out of here. We don't need you. We'll find somebody else. We got Kyrie Irving, and Kyrie Irving started turning things around. Kyrie Irving's a good player. Kevin Love's a great player. But I don't think they give Kevin Love the right... let me see how to phrase this. And I know people's listening to Marietta, Ohio, Reno, Ohio, and Parkersburg, West Virginia, because I can see it on the air right now. I've got over 5,000 listeners up there because they know I'm coming. All right, now let me tell you a little bit about Kevin Love. This is Kevin Love. They're not giving him the ball in the right spots, and he's not playing in the right position on the court. That's the problem, guys. Plain and simple. You take LeBron out of the game or Kyrie out of the game, all of a sudden he has a good game. You ever notice that? It ain't like it's magic or some shit. I'm just being honest. I mean, just look at it for a minute. Yeah, he shoots a few threes here and there. Probably, he's no Porzingis. That Porzingis out of New York is awesome. That guy's a hell of a player. He's definitely not a Pistol Pete Maravich. What Maravich did in college will never be broken. I don't give a damn what anybody says. To me, I'm going to do a top 15 basketball player of all time list, and he's going to be in my top 5. I can promise you that. I can guarantee you that. And a lot of people don't know.
Record will be unbroken.
Yeah, that's right. That's 44 points a game. 44. Was it 44 game the average at LSU, something like that?
It was over 40 for his career. I think he was at 44 one year.
Yeah. Yeah, for his career.
It would have been if there had been a 3-point line.
Exactly, because this guy was shooting from 30 feet away. Well, he was a magician with the ball. People talk about the handle of Steph Curry and guys like this. You should have seen Pistol Pete Maravich in his day. This guy used to dribble off a damn railroad track. Okay? Now think about that a minute. I want y'all to think about that. I don't know how many of y'all dribbled a basketball. I'm sure most listeners have. But dribble off a railroad track back and forth from hand to hand and see how that works out for you. Bet you don't like it.
He invented some of his craziest shots and moves because in practice he hit shots so consistently that it actually bored him.
He was a great player, and big deal was him and his dad. You know, his dad let him. Huh?
Coach Maravich.
That's right. A lot of people don't know that. At Clemson University, if I'm not mistaken, he come in, and Clemson about won that national title, which I predicted to score by 5 points. Spread what I predicted. Ended up 45-40. I predicted 42-37 Alabama. So I got it on the spread money-wise. But I missed it by 3 points on each team. I predicted 27-20 New England last week, which was dead on the money. 23-17. 24-17 for Pittsburgh against Denver. I predicted Denver to win. It ended up 23-16, which was dead on the money spread-wise. I did predict the, the Arizona game dead on the cash. I mean, when I said dead on the cash, I predicted it 20-20 to go into overtime. But then I did say 23-20. I figured the field goal would win it. Now, them getting that touchdown kind of surprised me. That was all because of that break play. You know, when Fitzgerald broke loose. Then on the other game, I predicted the right winner. You know, don't get me wrong. I had the right winner. I had Carolina winning, but I only had 31-23. And when it started out 31-0, I got scared. I said, "Oh God, I'm way off." I am way off because this ain't gonna be close. This game's gonna be blown out of the water. But here come Russell Wilson marching back in the second half. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna talk about little Danny Garcia versus Robert Guerrero, the Ghost himself. And I'd rather see Dad's fight, to be honest with you. I really would. Because I think it'd be a more competitive fight at least.
Let's argue about this one a little bit, Prophet.
Huh?
Let's argue about this one, Prophet. Whatever you say, I'll take the opposite.
Whatever I say, you take the opposite on this fight?
Yeah.
Here's what I predict. My prediction is this. I predict Robert Guerrero to come out early in this fight. I'm talking about the first 2, 3, 4, maybe even 4 rounds, and have a 3-round to 1 lead through 4 maybe, or 2-round to 1 lead through 3. And what I mean by that is he's a better boxer than Danny Garcia is. Ask Lamont Peterson. Nobody ever heard of Ralph Saka until Garcia fought him. I mean, he got a couple gift decisions. There's no doubt about that. If it goes to decision, Guerrero can forget it. I mean, he has no chance. The Swift don't lose decisions, in case y'all don't know. Plain and simple, he just don't lose decisions. I don't care who he's fighting. Herrera was even worse than the previous one was. I don't know if you remember them fights or not, Professor.
Yeah, we'll review the recent records.
And that Herrera fight was even a worse decision than Peterson. I thought Peterson beat him. You know. Now Malignaggi was a joke. Now he went on to win the European welterweight championship. But look who he fought, guys. He fought on the Klitschko undercard. Guess who we picked to win that fight? Tyson Fury to beat Vladimir Klitschko. That's right. I got that one. You know why? Who I'm going to pick in the next rematch, I'm not going to reveal that. Listen to the show, you'll know. That's all I can say. Listen to the show, you'll find out. Next, my way to figure this fight is this, guys. Alright? Plain and simple. is taking off early is Robert Guerrero. By round 6,